performance acceleration, what is that? That basically means, how do I get more performance out of you? I'm the team leader, you're my team member. I need you this week to do something a little better than you did last week. It's not a complicated, theoretical, conceptual problem. It's a practical, real-world problem. Maybe I know you well, maybe I don't. You're doing work. I may not even be in the same continent as you, but you're doing work on my team. And I need you to do it a little better this week than you did last week. Okay, that at a macro level, someone who's the CEO of a company is basically looking at thousands upon thousands of those kind of interactions. You are doing work on me, on my team. How do I get you to do it a little better? That's the performance acceleration challenge. How do we do that? Now, if you think about it like that, just that simply, suddenly you start realizing the problem you're trying to solve. Number one, it's my problem. I'm the team leader. So the problem we're trying to solve is, how do I know you and the work you're doing well enough to be able to coach you how to do it better? That's the problem we're trying to solve. How do I know your strengths? How do I know your weaknesses? How can I give you a tip, a coaching effort, a tweak, a course correction, an adjustment, an idea, a suggestion, or something that's relevant to what you're about to do? And how do we build enough of a relationship so you actually want to do it? That's challenging. How do we do that when you're busy and I'm busy? How do we do that? That's the problem, the performance acceleration problem. That's the problem we're trying to solve. Here's what's weird about this though, Michelle. If you look at that's the problem we're trying to actually solve. If you look at then how we're trying to solve it, in terms of the tools and stuff that we've built to solve it, it looks as though the tools and stuff that we've made are completely ignorant of the problem we're actually trying to solve. So if the problem is how do I get you to do more of this kind of work, why would we build a whole bunch of feedback tools? Why would we do that? Why would that be our first thing we do? When really I have a coaching problem. I'm going to coach you to be better next week. Now maybe we get into a bit of feedback, but my first thing, no one's going, oh gosh, how do we give you more feedback? No one's asking that question. No one is. We're building a shed load of tools to answer a question no one's asking. Goal alignment is another one. So you'll see a whole load of, most of our performance management tools and processes are designed around alignment. Nothing wrong with alignment, but we're trying to use tools that focus on aligning your goals that I set for you with the organization's goals, as though that's the problem that you and I are really messing with every day. I'm not saying that making sure that your work fits the overall goals is unimportant. Of course it's important. But the way in which I do that is going to be in the context of me understanding what the overall mission of the company is, the purpose of the company is. The actual day-to-day challenge is one about what are your priorities this week and how can I help you? How can I coach or tweak or course correct this week? That's what I got to figure out how to do. That's super hard, by the way. Aligning your goals to some macro organizational goals, who's trying to solve that problem? As though from the center, you can pull a few levers and everyone starts moving perfectly in a line. That's not the way it works. As every good CEO knows, you get people aligned to goals by talking about the heroes and the stories and the purpose and the meaning of what we're doing. And you get everyone excited about and get as close to the action as you can so that when we actually talk about the work you're doing, the little decisions about what work you and I are doing together today, the CEO has no idea about. And even if he or she did at the beginning of the year, 2 days after the beginning of the year, it's irrelevant. So he has to push, or she has to push all these decisions as close to the action as possible, where they're relevant to the real-time conditions of this project or this team. And all of the worky stuff has to happen locally. Yes, in the macro central part of the company, we can talk about our mission and our purpose, and we've got to bring it to life really well. But don't then try to cascade goals down through the organization. The moment you get even one level below the CEO, the whole thing becomes a game of kabuki. Like a shadow puppet game, as we arbitrarily fill in stupid fields in tools that really have no relevance to the work that you and I are trying to do.